Hey, welcome to Planet Hex. I'm Andrew Hawnt. It's a bit late. It's been a busy weekend. It's been a busy week, and I needed to come and hang out and hunt for some VHS tapes. But tonight, what I thought I would do on this episode of Planet Hex, instead of just looking for tapes, I think what I'm going to do is look up some favourites that I have either sold or that I still have in my collection in order to see how prices are changing in the scene. A lot of us are still collecting tapes and buying and selling tapes, and there has been a definite price rise in recent months, recent years indeed. Gone are the days where I could go into any charity shop and buy a big stack of 10 VHS tapes. Gone are the days of buying them particularly cheap on eBay. These things are getting crazy now. It really is becoming a very well known and widely appreciated niche hobby, and I do find that interesting that it has changed so much. Back when I wrote my book about VHS Ate My Brain, which came out back in 2014, new edition on the way, there was very few of us doing it. The group I write about in that book, Horror VHS Collectors Unite on Facebook, when I joined that back in the mists of time, it had about, I don't know, 300, 400 members on there, and there are tens of thousands on there last time I checked. It's crazy. But it is also heartening to know that it's not just us weirdos that are into these things that we missed. So as I say, I'm going to check out some tapes here. I've got 10 tapes listed here that I'm going to go and see what they are now costing in relation to what I paid for them. So I'm going to kick this off. These are all ex-rental. I want ex-rental tapes, big box ex-rental tapes. I'm going to start with Fright Night 2. Oops, I need to put VHS in there. Now, crikey. To make sure I see what people are actually paying for this, I'm going to set it to ending soonest. And I'm also going to set it to auction, because then we can get a real idea of what people are paying for these tapes. So straight away, the first one there at the top, that's the one I was after. That's the VHS Big Box X rental of Fright Night 2. That's listed at £20, and no one's bid on it. I'm surprised by that, because that is such a good film. Fright Night 2 is a great movie. It's one of those where I actually prefer it to the original. Nice big box Creepshow 2 there. Shame about the film. The Night God Screamed big box, £10. Tiger Claws 2, got a little bit of Cynthia Rothrock. The Gate 2, $1.99 for the Gate 2. Right, I am digressing here. See, Fright Night 2 there on small box clamshell, that doesn't have any bids on either. I'm quite surprised by that. Excuse me while I go and bid on the Gate 2, because that is awesome. Put £4 on that, because that sounds about right. I love the Gate 2. I've broken one of my own rules there and not looked at the tape first to see if there is mould on there. Let's have a look. Luckily, no, that's in good nick. That's excellent. Okay, back to the search that we're actually talking about. So Fright Night 2 doesn't appear to be going for much. I think I spent about £1 on my version, on my edition. I think I got that from an old video store that was clearing things out, I believe. I had that Stage Fright as well. I bought that for like 25p, and that's not got any bids on at £7. Am I going to be proven wrong on this episode? Are the prices actually going down? That would be awesome, because then I could snap a bunch up. I'm not looking to rebuy my entire collection. I'm not into that, because I had thousands of them. I just don't have the space or the ability to collect that many VHS tapes anymore. But I'm just curious about some of the favourites that I am a bit sad that I sold on. I'll leave the X rental off, because that may limit our hits. So I'm going to go to Demonic Toys. So first one we've got doesn't have any bids on. So Demonic Toys, I'm in a huge obsession with Full Moon Pictures at the moment. Full Moon Features, I love them. I have loved them for a very long time, and I do have some videos coming out regarding Charles Band and Full Moon, which will be coming out over the next couple of weeks, and they're a bit crazy. One all about the just the tenacity of Charles Band. So I've read a bunch of books on them, and one about a project I'm doing that is sort of related but not to Full Moon. So that's going to be interesting anyway. So yeah, the Demonic Toys doesn't have any bids on, and that appears to be the only one that is at auction. So that surprises me. Granted, my copy was 50p from a newsagent in Sherwood here in Nottingham, where there used to be a VHS store. I wrote about that a while ago. There used to be a video rental store, and when video rental died, thanks Blockbuster and Netflix and Progression, they sold off all their stuff. They sold off their entire inventory for 50p a tape, and when I found that, I bought 26 of them in my first visit. So yeah, that was quite entertaining. So I'm surprised that Demonic Toys doesn't have any bids on. Maybe the speculator market is being priced too high. So I know there was a period where things were experiencing a lot of shill bids, where things were being inflated out of any recognition. So I'm going to go for Demons VHS. No bids at £7. I'm really surprised. I was expecting to come on and find these things plumped up to high heaven. So yeah, no bids on the first one. Demonic Toys again. No bids on Demon at $9.99. I think people are pricing these too high now. No bids on Dream Demon on the Palace edition. It's such a shame. There's even there a slipcase version of Demons. That looks like one that came from a market back in the day where they were not too fussed about selling horror movies to kids, which is how I got a lot of them. What label is that on? It's Avatar. So yeah, it's like a budget one, but I think my big box copy that I do still have the Demons movies. I recently bought Demons 3 as well. Not that it's related, but I just wanted to have it on the shelf next to Demons 1 and 2. I must do a video on Demons 3. I do have one planned called the Strange Case of Demons 3, about all the weirdness that went on around Demons 3. But those movies are particularly treasured in my collection, and I'm amazed. I'm really surprised that none of these are being getting bids on. Okay, let's go to Demons 2 on my list. So nowhere near as fun as the first Demons, but still entertaining. Let's have a look. So that's the sleeves. The Gate 2. Oh, I may have bid on that. Actually, I'm going to go back to the Gate 2 and look at the person's other auctions, because they seem to have got some cool stuff there. Electric Blue. No, thank you, no. I'm not seeing Demons 2. I mean, so far, I'm starting to think I've just been wrong about this. As far as I was aware, a lot of bidding had gone crazy on a lot of VHS tapes. Perhaps it's just not that it's the tapes that I look at generally are a little bit more commercial than a lot of the real hardcore collectors out there. Liquid Gold. That's not saying hardcore and then Liquid Gold. Yeah, I'm not going there. So I am surprised so far by this. I know I've been looking for a while, and a lot of these things are really expensive. See there, we've got Demons 2 cover, just the sleeve with a bid on for $1.99. It's a great sleeve, but I'm really, really shocked. Okay, I'm just going to go back to this person that's selling the Gate 2 tape and see what else they've got on there. Please excuse my digression. Clown House. Weird, unsettling film, but I cannot bring myself to buy that again because I know what went on surrounding the production of that, which was really unsavory. See, there is Gremlins. No bids on Gremlins at $1.99. However, there are three bids on Trick or Treat. Currently at £4.20, with 5 days and 17 hours left at the time of recording. Now, anyone who knows me knows I'm obsessed with the movie Trick or Treat, the heavy metal movie that had cameos from Ozzy Osbourne and Gene Simmons in it, and a cracking soundtrack by Fastway. But I think mine was £10 when I originally bought it. There's 5 days left on that, so I believe that will go up. But that's again, that's surprising. No bids on a Warner Home Video original big box of Mad Max. Willow, no bids on at $1.99. What's going on? Spookies, $1.99. May have to pop a bid on Spookies because I really miss my copy of Spookies. Leprechaun, The Keeper, none of these are going high. Revenge of the Iron Fist Maiden, I used to see a lot of those kung fu movies around. Star Wars, Purchase. Evil Speak. Now that's not the uncut version of Evil Speak. That is the edited version of Evil Speak, and even that has not got a bid on it. And they've got it at $1.99 for Buy It Now. Spectres, that was okay. Oh, Retro Puppet Master. Now, Retro Puppet Master, if you're not familiar, is a prequel to the Puppet Master series, and had none other than the lead guy that wasn't Tommy Wiseau out of the room in it. Deadly Friend, a Wes Craven movie. I'm amazed that these haven't had bids on. So I'm just going to see what happens. I'm going to bid the asking price on Spookies and Retro Puppet Master. And I'm just going to see what happens with those. I'm curious. So if I get those for £2, that's really good. See, another Full Moon movie. Yes, I am more than slightly obsessed with Full Moon. I'm absolutely fascinated with it, with Empire Pictures, Full Moon Pictures, everything that went on around that. I've subscribed to the online service through through filmonfeatures.com and on the Fire Stick we've got, and it's good. There's a lot of content on there that you wouldn't expect to see. A lot of stuff that Full Moon didn't make and that Empire didn't make, but is appealing to fans of that particular edge of genre cinema. So let's go and on that note, I'm going to go and see the original Puppet Master. Now, the original Puppet Master VHS, the first one, the X rental that I had, was 50 pence. It was from the newsagent in Sherwood. So let's see what people are charging for this. So we've got Retro Puppet Master, which I've just bid on, $12.95. Okay, so I think that's the same person. So we've got the original Puppet Master there at $12.95 with no bids on, and I am really surprised by that because that is a really attractive tape. It's a great movie. It's a really good film. If you've never seen it, see Puppet Master. It's a really good, low budget, very much of its time, but really aged well horror movie. $12.99, no bids. I'm surprised at that. I thought at least the first one would have a bid on it. Christ. The New Adventures of He-Man adventure video there is someone's asking $34.99 for that. That was a free video that came with a figure. When the New Adventures of He-Man came out, which was the sci-fi updating of He-Man in like 1989, 1990 sort of time, that was given away with some figures and some accessory packs, and I think I got mine on its own from British Home Stores. VHS. It was on the VHS. It was Woolworths. That really ages it. And I remember spending about £2 on it, thinking, "Wow, this is the greatest thing ever." And then I watched it, and I really desperately wanted my money back, but never got it because I was a coward. But yeah, that was dreadful. Curse of the Puppet Master, not one of the best in the series, but still entertaining. $8.99. I spent $1.50 on my copy of that. No bids on it. Why don't these movies have bids on? Could it be that now is a really good time to get back into VHS collecting, or to get into VHS collecting? Let's try Vamp VHS. Love Vamp. Not Transvision Vamp. Okay, so there's none at auction in the UK. There's one in Australia. I think I paid about £3 for my copy of Vamp. I'm really genuinely surprised. From what I'd understood, a lot of VHS had gone up, and we may get, when we get to the top of the list here, with some of the bigger titles, such as this one, Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Oh, why can I not type when anyone's watching? The tape on its own for 67 quid. Are you mad? Are you mad? Let's take it off auction and do all listings and go in the UK. Okay, so someone's asking £17 for Killer Clowns. That's not too bad. It's there, so no one's bought it yet. But mine was, I think mine was a tenner when I bought it. But that is not leaving my collection. Not because it's very precious, but it's because it's a temperamental tape. So I can't really trust selling it on to anyone. So I'm familiar with its state. Morons from Outer Space, the Mel Smith and Griff Rhys-Jones sci-fi comedy movie. I paid 10 pence for that. Someone's asking £40 for it. Christ, it's not worth £40. Okay, let's keep this going, because I'm surprised that none of these have really got bids on. So I'm going to go for Return of the Living Dead VHS. Now I'm looking at a specific edition of Return of the Living Dead with a specific cover in a specific box. This should be a good... Jesus, okay. Wow. Okay, top one there isn't the first Return of the Living Dead. That's the third movie in the series. That's the uncut version of Return of the Living Dead 3, which is a fantastic movie. And I think mine was $4.50. My first copy, and then my second copy was a tenner. And no one's bid on that. 4 days left, $9.99. That may go for just $9.99 towards the end of the listing, but that may well be it. Okay. What's going on? Okay, let's see if there's any more here. No, there's no more. Right, this edition of Return of the Living Dead, I had this, and how much did I pay for it? I think this came in a box, a gift from a friend, just boxed up with a bunch of other tapes and stuff. And it has absolutely amazing artwork there. Amazing artwork, fantastic film. It's Vestron video, so it's desirable. Small box. That's not the one I had. I had the big box version, which was in one of those chunky cases. But what I'm looking at here is this is actually signed by Linnea Quigley, who played this punk lady here. If you've seen the movie, you know what Linnea Quigley got up to in that movie. Yeah, that's the small box, and that's not the one I was after. But I am stunned that with Linnea Quigley's signature on it and that cover art, it doesn't have any bids on it yet at 4 days. That is crazy. Let's Return Living Dead 2 there. No bids on things. Is it just the price of living going up as scared tape collectors out of buying tapes? I shouldn't think so, because we're really quite obsessed with things. That's not Return of the Living Dead 3. The Dutch one there. Return of the Living Dead 3 was 4 years later. There's a Japanese one there for $81.61. These are not selling. Wow. Okay, let's keep on going up the list. So far, guys, it's looking like it's a really good time to start collecting VHS or get back into collecting VHS. A really good time to pick up the movies that we had. This is crazy. I've got 2 more on my list before I end this episode. So the first one I'm going to go for is Neon Maniacs. Now, Neon Maniacs has stunning cover art. Ooh, repro poster. Okay. 2 results. And one's an unofficial t-shirt, one's a reproduction quad. Let's have a look from overseas. It says £60 in Germany, £53.69 from Australia, 50.27 from Italy. Buy it now. These are crazy prices. See, my copy of Neon Maniacs was £10. And it's one I loved dearly from the video rental era. It's a great movie. It's about a bunch of monsters. Let's just show you the cover art on there. It's about a bunch of creatures that show up in a town and just start terrorizing the characters. And it's never really explained where they're from, who they are, what they are. They just kind of turn up and havoc, mayhem and carnage ensues. They just look awesome. They're very, very cool, and it makes very little sense, but you gotta love it. And it has fantastic cover art. I love the cover art on that. But no one's bidding on it. So the last one. This is going to be the one that gives me the best clue. Will be the Video Dead. 1986, the big box X rental tape I had of the Video Dead had a double-sided cover. Let's check out the Video Dead. This should be a good example. Okay, let's find it. It's £100 for an Evil Dead. Where's the Video Dead? So yeah, it looks like people either are not selling tapes that aren't particularly expensive, and people aren't buying them. This is really surprising. I'm impressed, but surprised. See if I can find any copy of the Video Dead. It had really cool double-sided art. There's a Blu-ray of it there, backed up with TerraVision, the old Empire movie. So no VHS though. Let's back to that Evil Dead. Return Living Dead. If you ever come across the Video Dead, let's go back up to the Blu-ray so I can show you the cover. My preferred side of it has this zombie emerging from a TV, and it roars. TerraVision, I would like to track a copy of that down. I'm yet to find a copy of that at all, let alone one that's affordable. But yeah, if you ever see the Video Dead, pick that tape up. If you ever see it in the wild, instantly pick it up. It's got the best cover art ever. I actually wrote an article on horrornews.net about how that is the best cover art ever. And if you can get the love of a video sleeve into a 500-word article, that tells you how special this is. The flip side of that cover on the VHS version was a red version with just a zombie's head coming out of the TV, but it was just fantastic. Fantastic. So, at the conclusion of this episode of Planet Hex, where I came to see if the prices of VHS tapes have gone up, no, they don't appear to have. People may list them for a high price, but that doesn't mean people are going to buy them at that high price or spend that much money on them. And that is amazing to me. These things are still sought after. There is definitely an upsurge in awareness and interest in VHS and the movies of yesterday. And I'm amazed that it's not carried over onto eBay. This is astounding. So I'm so used to just there being loads of bids on stuff. So, my recommendation, go check it out. If you've been holding off buying some tapes and getting back into the hobby, or just revisiting some stuff that you've missed from years ago, go do it. It's a really good time for it. He says that. Oh, video shop, preset, rolled film poster of Return Living Dead, £2,300. I'd like it. I can't buy that. But yeah, check out the tapes you missed, check out the movies you missed, check out the gorgeous artwork on these things. It seems to be a really good time to get back into it. So, let's go. Thank you for joining me for this episode of Planet Hex. Please do check out my other channel, That Retro Life, and my podcast, I forgot what it's called, Andrew Hawnt's Rock Revival, both of which are ongoing. And thank you very much for joining me for this adventure through the darker areas of eBay. I'll catch you again soon. Bye bye.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and validate my existence.